Today, we lost a great one. Rest in peace, Donald Sutherland. Born in 1935, died yesterday, actually, at the time of this recording, June 2024. Great actor. Never really a leading man actor, but one of the best supporting actors, I think, ever. Most people nowadays will probably just know him from The Hunger Games, but his career has been absolutely incredible. Um, he's spawned a family of actors. Keith Sutherland, huge actor right now. And he had another son who's an actor. I don't know his name. I don't think he's been in much, but Donald's been in some hits. Some of my favorite movies. Now I'm gonna go through the list of movies I own of Donald Sutherland. I don't own them all. I really don't. And I'm just going to start this by saying I don't own Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the one from the 70s. I've honestly never seen it. I'm going to watch it tonight while I edit this video. But I don't know, something about the 70s time period personally has never read to me. But I'm going to give it like a really serious watch tonight because I want to get it on 4K before it sells out right now. But I just kind of want to go through a few of the movies I own. I do own quite a few of his movies. I think about 14 movies of his. And this first one, Backdraft, which I think is from 1991. Is that right? Yeah, 91, Kurt Russell. Donald Sutherland, it's been a minute since I've seen this movie. But I think he plays the arsonist, right? Like, he plays the bad guy, which he's never really... There's not many movies where he plays that kind of role. Donald Sutherland is an actor who... He's the father. He's the sweethearted, loves his children father character. In most of the movies that I've seen him in. Even in Hunger Games, he was the bad guy, but he was still not that much of a bad guy. I'm just judging off Hunger Games 1 and 2. After... I don't even remember 3 and 4 at Mockingjay Part 1 and 2 because they were just, I didn't like them. But first one, Backdraft. Disclosure from 1990. This isn't from 97, 94. This nice snap case. I love snap cases. Michael Douglas, Demi Moore. If you haven't seen Disclosure for Demi Moore, watch this movie. But Donald Sutherland they work at a tech company. And this is 94, so the graphics, think Lawnmower Man. If you remember that movie. The graphics in the one little video game scene that they do is hasn't aged very well. But Donald Sutherland plays the CEO or boss of this corporation. He doesn't have a big role, but this is one of my favorite Michael Douglas movies. One of my favorite Demi Moore movies, and Donald Sutherland's in this. Like I said, he plays a supporting role in a lot of movies. The Italian Job. This is the remake from the early 2000s. When was this? 2003. F. Gary Gray directed it. Mark Wahlberg, Charlize Theron. Keith Sutherland played a very small role. He's only at the beginning, but he kind of is the main thing that sets the story in motion. It's a revenge movie, and he is like he plays like the thief, like the patriarchy of the whole clan, and he is so sweet. He is so gentle for being a thief and everything. He's great in this movie. This movie I just saw this year, and I've only seen it once, and I don't even remember it. I don't know why. I just think I got it because I never heard of it. Virus with Jamie Lee Curtis and not Dustin Hoffman, William Baldwin. Why did I say Dustin Hoffman? This is a sci-fi movie from 1998. Yeah, 98. I don't remember this movie, to be completely honest with you. I don't even know if I've watched the full thing. I think I put it on and fell asleep to it and just put it away. Because it didn't seem that interesting. I need to revisit this. I think it's a space movie, but Donald Sutherland's in it. This next one I put in the pile just because he's not in the movie, but he's in the movie. He plays a voice in this movie, and he was credited on IMDb. But this one's kind of a stretch because he only plays a voice, and it's been a minute since I've seen the movie, so I can't remember whose voice he plays on the phone. But this next one, I just got recently. I just updated it recently. So American Haunting, but I just got the German Blu-ray of this movie, like probably like 2 weeks ago, a week or two ago, and this movie holds up very well. It's from 2005. Is it 2005? Yeah, 2005. Donald Sutherland plays the father of this family. Think of The Witch. It's set in that same early American time period, New England, when people were worried about witches. This is based off a real story, The Bell Witch, and it's a very PG-13 movie, but it holds up very well. And Donald Sutherland played the father who literally gives up his life for his daughter. Like, it's so touching, and it's not really scary. This is probably PG-13. Like, it says unrated, but it's not unrated, you know. One of my favorite Donald Sutherland movies, Fool's Gold. Fool's Gold, I love. This is a very popular Matthew McConaughey. God, I forget her name. Kate Hudson off the top of my head. I'm just like, this movie is so fun. Donald Sutherland plays like a billionaire who's, you know, he has this daughter who just doesn't appreciate him, and all he wants to do is spend time with his daughter. And it's kind of like their sub storyline is them like kind of reconnecting. And no matter how rich he is, and he's not stupid, but she kind of plays him for a fool in some scenes. But Donald Sutherland's really good in this role. Another movie where he's just a loving father who gets taken advantage of. I feel like that's kind of his MO. Nice guys finish last is Donald Sutherland's like roles. Horrible Bosses. You know, he plays the boss of Jason Sudeikis. He plays the father of Colin Farrell, and Colin Farrell treats him like shit. Oh, it's so bad. But and he dies of a heart attack in this movie. And then another one, kind of like The Italian Job, where it kind of sets in motion the revenge of the whole part of the movie, because Donald Sutherland's character passes away in this movie too. But this is a great comedy. This is so good. Of course, we're getting to the Hunger Games. I'm gonna put these back to back. Hunger Games 2, Catching Fire. These are the Blu-rays. I really like this packaging in this one. I don't watch these movies enough. It's been a minute since I've seen them. I don't really need to update these to 4K anytime soon, but this came in like this cool like digipack. I think this is a digipack. It's not a digibook. I think it's a digipack. Really cool packaging, and I really like this, so I don't see myself getting rid of this one. And I really love the artwork on Catching Fire. Catching Fire is just so good. This is the best movie in the franchise to me. Like, this for Hunger Games 1 was okay. Hunger Games 2 was like, to me, like, so good. Hunger Games 3 just threw me out the whole franchise. I don't even think I saw 4. But Donald Sutherland plays technically the bad guy, Snow, which they just did a, you know, the new prequel where they have the young Snow and they're following his story. But Hunger Games 1 and 2, amazing. I love these movies. This is probably the most recent one of his movies that I have, which is Ad Astra. Ad Astra, small role. This is one of the most beautiful sci-fi movies. I need to get this on 4K. Only reason I'm debating not getting it is because I don't know if it was shot digital, but this looks amazing. I don't know how much more better the 4K is, but the 4K of this goes for really cheap. I think this is a really unappreciated movie. I really do. And Donald Sutherland plays a confidant of Brad Pitt's character. He's kind of like Brad Pitt is searching for his father, played by Tommy Lee Jones, and Tommy Lee Jones is lost out in space somewhere, and Brad Pitt has to go find them. Donald Sutherland is playing a friend of the father, so he's trying to help Brad Pitt get to where he's going. Another one where Donald Sutherland dies in the movie. He dies in like every movie, man. It's crazy. This next one I have not seen, and I can't tell you how long. I really can't. I don't even remember if I like it or not. I need to revisit it. The Mechanic with Jason Statham. Donald Sutherland. I don't even know who Donald Sutherland's played. He's big enough of a... Sutherland's always been big enough of an actor to have a very small role in a movie and still get a credit in most things. Pictured back here with a gun. I really don't remember who he played. I don't know if he plays an assassin or if he plays like Jason Statham's mentor or boss or something. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen him. Ben Foster's in this movie. It's from Simon West. I love Simon West. He had a small little run. General's Daughter, he did that, and that movie holds so much weight to me, so I'll try to give anything he does a chance. I think he did one of the Tomb Raiders too. Pride and Prejudice, another movie where he plays an adoring father to his daughters. This is a Jane Austen movie. This is one I know mostly men watch this channel, so this is one your wives or your moms probably loved. When it comes to Jane Austen movies, there's only two I really like. Emma, I love Emma. I love any version of Emma. And Pride and Prejudice. These are the only two. But this one specifically, mostly because of Keira Knightley. This was like, when did this come out? 2005. So this was like in between the Pirates movies. I don't know if this was in between 1 and 2 or 2 and 3. It's between one of them, but I love Keira Knightley in this movie. She's so good. And Donald Sutherland plays her father, who just has her back so much. There's this scene in this movie where she has to marry somebody, and she's so against it. She's going to run away, everything. And the mother is like, no, you're going to do it. And they go to the father, and he's like, this is set in like the 1700s, or the 1800s. I think Jane Austen was 1800s. And the dad goes, if you marry him, your mother will never speak to you again. And if you marry him, I'll never speak to you again. And it's just this really cool moment with him and his daughter, which I just love. And last but not least, I talk about this movie all the time. Buffy the Vampire Slayer from 1992. Love this movie. We need this on 4K. Like, we need this on 4K, a new restoration. Christy Swanson, Donald Sutherland, David Arquette, the guy from 90210. I forgot his name off the top of my head. Luke Perry, Paul Rubin from what's it? Pee-wee's Playhouse. God, what am I? He's hilarious in this. But Donald Sutherland plays Buffy's like trainer and mentor. He dies in this movie again. He dies does he die in every one of these movies? He doesn't die in the first two Hunger Games. But yeah, this is if I had a top 3 Donald Sutherland movie, this is easily top 3. And like I said, these are just a few that I own of his movies. Donald Sutherland had such an amazingly long career. I'd have to look it up, but I think he's been around since what was it? At least the 60s. It's got to be the 60s, and to be that active and stuff, and to not have been just like a leading man, but has been as popular as he was, like, I think that's an amazing feat to achieve, because I feel like so many people want to be the leading actor. Sorry, I'm going down his IMDb real fast to see. Jeez. 1962. Woo. Dude's had a long career. He's been in some amazing movies. Some of these, it's like you blink and you miss them, but he's always held a presence in movies, and for me, he will forever be missed as just a gentle father that he always played in movies. Thank you, Donald Sutherland, and rest in peace.